All right, welcome back. Cole, I think I promised you that I would show you what my laser level does. This is what the laser level is. It's just a laser with the cross lines on a stand. And this is what I'm doing. I am taking this butcher block. This is a bunch of pieces of wood, hardwood, glued together. And what they had was a bunch of motor parts and oil soaking through. It's soaked through like 2 inches of the oil soaked through. So I had to take off some with the chainsaw. If you can see some of the chainsaw cuts here, but I've taken down quite a bit with my router planer, and I built this just with some bolts and some taps and got it bolted together. I made it adjustable so I can bring it in or out. This is quite big, so I'm on my last bolt hole, but you can see there that I do have some adjustments. And then this trolley or tray just slides across, and it's very I have to go over it over and over and over just to take down the high spots. But what I did was I leveled it by the laser and then came up, so many inches, and drew a line and just started coming down to it to make it nice and flat. I mean, that's going to be flat, like flat. So that's what the laser level does. You can do that with tile or whatever you're putting on that you want to keep a straight line. So that's what the laser level does, and I will show you kind of exactly what I'm doing. I'm just going back and forth, back and forth. I'm acting like a laser jet printer is what I'm doing here. And you can see here that it was off. It wasn't quite, this is higher than this here. So it was off, it wasn't level, and it kind of goes to nothing. So I had to go down and then start taking it down. I leveled it back up, and so now I got to come down again to this level and then shave it all off to make it flat. So it's quite a bit. I went like half inch. I was doing like half inch of material at first because it was just so bad with the chainsaw. Chainsaws don't really cut straight, so there's going to be some unevenness and everything. So as you can see, I still have to go down to get rid of this chainsaw mark cut here. This is from the chainsaw. Most of it is gone, and so I just got to keep going down. I'm going 1/4 of an inch every time, so I think my next pass, it'll be gone. It'll take all of this out. I think even this. I think it'll take this out. Just kind of depends. I'm taking this down now. I'll show you on this other side. See how flat this side is? So this is what I've done so far, taking it down to the edge. And then once I'm all done and everything, it actually was coming apart. So I spread it out, poured glue down each of these seams, and strapped it and squeezed it together. I used a rubber hammer and just hit it to where it would start packing real tight, and it sort of worked. So like these big grooves, I'll just make some wood filler and fill these little gaps with wood filler, sand it nice and smooth, and then I'm going to do some extra little grooves in it so the water or whatever juices or whatever we cut on here All right. It looks like I did take out that chainsaw mark. It's gone. And the rest is gone, but it looks like it's still a little bit uneven. It still has that little lip there, but we kind of knew that because this is actually now even the way it was. You know, it was higher over here, but I set it to this depth and cleared it all out. And so as you can see where I was stopping, I still need to come down just one more, I don't know, maybe 1/8 of an inch. But that's how my router planer works. You could see that it was kind of flat here. There's no marks. But it starts right about there. So I just need to shave a little bit more throughout this area here to get it flat. But I mean, it really doesn't matter because I'm gonna make it bowl and sand it smooth. So all of this is just there's more material that needs to go away. But for what I've done so far, this thing is pretty much done. It just needs to now be carved, bowled, not much. I'm only maybe gonna go 1/4 of an inch deep in the middle from the end, you know, and take 1/4 of an inch material down and swoop it back up to where it's all bowled right here in the middle. And I'm going to take it down this way and that way, so it's all whatever Jody is cutting, juices or whatever, can seep down to the middle so it doesn't roll off the edge if she's cutting a lot of stuff, you know. So yeah, that's my router planer. It works pretty good. As you can see, I don't need anything to move it. It's just my pressure and the vibration. It just travels slowly across these rails. And I do put some WD-40 on the rails to make it slide a little bit better, because sometimes it gets too dry and it sticks and then it won't just go. So I do put a little bit of WD-40 there on the rails and here on this pad as well, on this surface, so it slides a lot easier, a lot smoother, and nice. It's nice and smooth. So yeah, this slides just back and forth real easy. And like I said, anytime you turn off a tool, just make sure and keep your hand on it, because something, you never know, might catch the blade. And this is a pretty aggressive blade. It will do some damage if let go and not tended to until it stops. This button needs to be turned on and off. So if it's on and you plug, say it's on and you plug it in, it's gonna spin, and you are not gonna be able to turn it off because it's probably gonna be rolling and twisting all over the place. So just make sure your tool is off and handled very well. All right, so that is my router planer, and that's what I would use that laser level for, and that's what I used it for, was to turn it on, and it's automatically levels. It's just floating there, and that's what it does. It'll get level and float there. So you do not want to bump it or drop it. You do not want to drop this, because then it'll just throw your level off and you'll have to get a new one. So yeah, just wanted to show you that. All right, okay, God bless, have a good one.